Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome to the Daily Drop in Morning Show with the Teach Better team, where we are live every single morning, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern. It is Monday, December 13th, and if we were normal, regular human beings, we'd be telling you this is our last week of Daily Drop-In before people go on winter break, but don't worry, we're doing this all winter break long, so it is just the middle of December, and we have a lot to celebrate. We have a new theme this week. We have a good news article. It is holidays and birthdays that we are going to be celebrating this morning. So go fill up your coffee and let's get started on this killer Monday. Morning, everyone. It's Monday, December 13th, and we are getting started for a killer week. Mr. Jeff Gargas, how are you?
I'm good. Good morning. You're about the killer this morning. Like it's a killer Monday, killer week. Like,
well, I just feel like you gotta
Ray woke up out for blood this week.
Yeah, no, but you gotta get excited for the week. I think a lot of educators are in their last week. They really need the energy, and sometimes even when you don't have it, if you talk like you have the energy, it comes to fruition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is lots of conversations with educators that are just like just crawling to the finish line of this half of the year, just trying to get there. So just keep crawling. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna get there.
I mean, and truly, I think we're gonna get there. It'll be fine. A lot of people are either in their last week or they have like a week and a half, and maybe they go on break like the 23rd. But most schools that I've talked to have at least either a week or a week and a half left, and then they're on a winter break for about a week or 2 weeks, depending on where you live. So we are excited for all of you to get some rest, but we're also very excited for a lot of you to be able to have a wonderful next last few moments of time with students in the 2021 school year.
Yeah. And are we taking daily drop-in all the way up to when's our last daily drop-in? Are we going on the 24th or just to the 23rd?
Okay, so let's clarify. There is no last daily drop-in. We're here.
Well, I meant until we take I'm sorry, that was a bad way of phrasing that. When are we doing daily drop-in? Are we taking a day off at all next week? I guess that's how I should ask it.
Legitimately, I went through the calendar and was trying to find a day off because, I don't know. I'd love to not wake up. And I was looking, and just as a spoiler alert, Christmas is on a weekend, and so is New Year's Day.
So we're good all week long.
Joke's on me, friends. We're here. We're here. Woo! Yeah, all week long.
So is next Friday is Christmas Eve, huh?
Yeah, so here's how we did it. So
you and Brad, are you going to start tracking Santa like that morning with Brad? Is that?
Well, originally I think we were not going to do daily drop-in on the 24th, and then something happened where I was on a Zoom call with Brad Hughes, and Brad Hughes would have been that Friday that was canceled, and he got this little quiver in his lip.
We can't cancel Brad.
He was like, please, 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 can we still have daily drop-in on the 24th? And I was like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So we're doing it.
Truth is, not everyone celebrates Christmas, so that's not necessarily a day for a lot of people. So
my only argument, and this is actually maybe a spoiler alert, so sorry for those of you who I'm spoiling details bright and early in the morning, but Jeff and I like to do that. Originally, we were thinking when a holiday falls on a weekend, businesses take off either the Friday before, the Monday after. The problem is Brad Hughes felt offended that we were going to cancel his morning show. So we had to do it. And then the next week, spoiler alert, we're actually changing up daily drop-in. The week of the 27th through the 31st, between Christmas and New Year's, we're actually doing a brand new series that is taking over the time of daily drop-in for 5 whole days, where we are building a grid with all different subject areas. So it's just crazy. We actually officially just booked our last guest on for that week because we specifically handpicked guests that were eager to build grids with us. So it's going to be really fun week.
Did we just announce that, or has that already been announced somewhere and I just missed it?
I don't think it's been announced. I'm pretty sure.
Nice. There you go for watching or listening to Daily Drop-In.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, who could get mad about it? I can only think of 12 people that will be upset that we spoiled that.
12. That seems like a lot.
Well,
I'm not mad.
Good morning to Joe and Andrea. So good to see you commenting this morning. I will say, like, for the Build a Grid series, we've done this in the past, Jeff. If you remember, we did a Build a Grid
Last
series.
summer
I think
we
it was
did, right?
spring. I
In
think
the
it was
spring?
spring.
Spring,
And
okay.
our mindset was last time we went live once a week. Chad went live once a week with all different types of education,
Yeah.
like PE, elementary writing, math, like. And what they did is they truly took an hour and they like started the beginner workings of constructing a grid,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool. This time we're doing it a little bit more condensed. We're doing it in a week, so we're going live 5 days to be able to do this, and it's a whole variety. We have elementary and high school and middle school, all different subject areas. That agenda, I assume, will be out. So for those of you who are really interested in like specifically building a writing grid or specifically building a reading grid, we already have those days planned. So you can kind of like tune in as needed, but then all that saved in the Teach Better Academy. So if you guys want to see the last Build a Grid sessions we did, that's in the Academy, and so will this one. So kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That's going to be fun.
Speaking of the Academy, Jeff, not to like, I do want to hear about your weekend, but don't we have something going on in the Academy this week?
I mean, there's courses and stuff. Usually, right? Isn't there courses in the Academy? Online, like self-paced online courses, PD for teachers?
Yes, they've
said talking about?
Yeah, but isn't there like a new one this week? Like it's the middle of December?
There's a new one coming out on Wednesday, right? Wednesday?
Are we not talking about that?
Do we want to talk about that?
I'm just saying it's like, I mean, it's a brand new course. I'm pretty sure you're the author, and I can tell you for sure, looking at people, at least in the comments right now, I know some of these people are going to want to take it.
Yeah, there's a new course coming on Wednesday, and yes, I was the one who got to lead it, meaning that you get to hear my voice through the whole thing, which I don't, could be a sales pitch or not there. I don't know. Are we talking about this? Are we actually sharing like what it's about and stuff? Is that what we're doing right now?
Do it. Andrea's.
I don't know the rules. You're sharing stuff you're not supposed to be sharing. I don't want to get in trouble.
All I'm
Andrea's
saying,
here.
It's Monday morning, and Andrea's here, and Andrea runs our academy, and she's still commenting, cheering you on. So I can go for it.
All right. So the course is called Increasing Your Impact. You writing a book to share your story? I was gonna say it backwards. Writing a book to share your story. Which kind of spurred from we wanted to share some thoughts on like how do you prepare and get into writing a book, because so many people want to. That's such a great way. And then I saw that as an opportunity to combine it with what I talk about a lot, which is increasing your impact through sharing, whether that through social media, blogging, speaking, whatever, and writing a book. So this was a fun course put together. Honestly, it kind of challenged me because I had to think back. I'm like, how do you write a book? Like,
we wrote one.
You did this before. How did you do this? And I'm like, so I talked to some people and stuff and got ideas and went through like, hey, what was your process? How did you go through? What were the hiccups? And so I was able to. So it was fun. It was a good time. Olivia Chan gets a nice shout out. I think I mentioned Dave Schmitto in there. I mentioned you and Adam in there as well. But it's a fun course. We kind of walk through from the reasons why you might want to consider writing a book. And obviously, like if you take the course, you may have already decided I'm going to write a book, but there are a lot of reasons why you might be writing a book or might want to write a book. And then we go through, I'm trying to remember the course now, walk through like why you might want to write a book. How do you figure out like, what do I write? What am I going to write? Like, what should I write about? And then how should I write? What's my writing voice? And then into how do I get ready to write? How do I start writing? How do I organize it? How do I set a schedule? And then we even dive into a little bit into publishing. So what are the different type of publishing options you have, pros and cons, what to look for, what to be aware of when it comes to contracts, how to get ready to pitch a book, go through a lot of it. So I think depending on, regardless of where you're at in the process, if you're thinking about that, like I think you'll find a place in the course to pick up and run with. Even if you've already decided you're going to write a book and you don't need that part, like you can pick up for the rest of it and stuff. So I think it'll work well. So.
Well, Jeff, what I love about our Academy courses is it really is organic. Like our audience mentions that they're looking for facilitated professional development on a topic, and we're able to do it. You, I know, and a few other members of our team get a lot of questions and get to meet with educators that have some of these dreams and pursuits. And so to be able to kind of put it all together, wrap it up in a bow and say, hey, from beginning to end, this is all the knowledge we have on this process, especially knowing a lot of publishers. We know a lot of people that have published books in the past. Obviously, we've published books. Kind of gives a fun little lens to be able to talk shop. And even if you're not sure if you want to write a book, I will tell you, the section where you try and determine or try to decide what you want to write about is a really powerful activity in and of itself for any type of sharing or writing. So I'm excited that you go through all this, Jeff, and I can't believe it comes out on Wednesday.
I think honestly, most of this up to like the first half of this course, like whether you write a book or just think about maybe blogging or sharing your work that way, or even creating videos in for that sense, still work, podcasts and any of that stuff, any kind of creative work where you're going to share your passions, your thoughts, your ideas. I thought that still works. You can just put it into the context of a podcast, a blog, or whatever. So,
right. It'll be really fun. I'm super stoked.
I'm excited.
For those of you who are not members of our academy, obviously you can go do that. That's just at teachbetteracademy.com. There's like, I don't even know how to talk about the academy anymore because there's so much in there, but essentially there are so many free courses. There are so many full courses that are more of a deep dive. And there seems to be a course that comes out on the third week of every month. So you guys definitely, continue to check that out. And big shout out to Andrea. Andrea is a member of our team that does facilitate so much in our ambassador program, but has recently, over the last 6 months, taken over our academy, and she has made these courses come to life every single month.
I love that you say it seems to be a new course every 30 days, as if it's not completely orchestrated and planned and demanded by Andrea.
Okay, when I say seems, I mean that, yes, every single month on the third week, Andrea is demanding that a course is published, and yes, she makes it happen. So,
yes. Yeah, lots of good courses coming up, too, in the next couple months.
Well, isn't that kind of fun? Like, our audience is constantly giving us feedback, and so we do have, like, January, February, March kind of drafted already. They're in the inner workings of getting some stuff done. I'm really excited. I think this course is special because it's for educators to share their voice. I heard a rumor that the next course might be a little bit more like leadership admin focused. I heard the course after that is a little more, I've heard just the author is really cool. So I don't know. I'm just, it's gonna be fun. I was not talking about myself. I was talking about somebody else. Oh my gosh. We're off topic. I don't know
were we ever on top? I think we started on topic. You did say this was daily drop-in, so we were on topic for that moment there.
I just want to know about your weekend, Jeff. Like, I know we're 13 minutes in, but like, how are you? I like your shirt.
We had a good weekend. Thank you. Kids had good soccer games this weekend. I fixed my lights that I put up Christmas lights, brand new strings of lights across our roof. And about 6 days after I put them up, they all went out, and I'm like, really? And so I was able to get up there and figure out it was just one string. I was able to replace it. So we'll see how it goes now. But we had some crazy wind here. Not obviously, much worse in places like Kentucky and stuff that were devastated by tornadoes and stuff. But we had wind here. It was messing things up outside and whatnot. So we were dealing with some of that this weekend. But we had a good weekend. We took a super lazy day yesterday, just kind of laying around. At one moment, we were all four of us were on the couch, and then the dog was on, and our cat, being the punk that he is, would not come to the couch to complete the family. He just sat on the table looking at us like, what are you weirdos doing? So, this was adorable, but it probably shouldn't have been as funny. For about, no joke, 20 to 25 minutes, my dog is in the kitchen, and we're all in the living room, and he wants to come, but our cat he's just laying down in between us and the dog, and the dog is just scared to death of the cat for some reason, and just sat there. Amy was taking pictures of it, and he's just like, his tail's whacking, he's like kind of bouncing back and forth, and the cat literally just not moving, like just laying. Probably would have done anything, but this poor dog is terrified of this little cat who doesn't even have front claws.
I was going to say, Mittens is not like a terrifying animal.
No, not at all. Well, Buster's not a big dog, but he's still 3 times the size of Mittens. But it was pretty funny. We had to eventually go pick the cat up because the dog was terrified. So that was my Sunday. That was the excitement of our Sunday right there. And the Browns won. So
I love lazy Sundays. That's awesome. And the Browns won. That's a win-win. I do want to give a special note to all of our friends who may have experienced bad weather. Yes. As many of you know, we obviously are here to support you as educators, but also as people. And we've mentioned it before, but we just want to emphasize, if you need anything, if there's any way that we can help you as we head into bad weather, crazy seasons, please just know that we are here. I don't know what that looks like or anything, but truly the Teach Better team is here not only brainstorm with you about educational things, but of course, if you need something, we'd love to be able to help. So if you know of somebody in need or you yourself are in need, please send us a quick message. We'd love to be a part of whatever we can to help you in any way.
Yes.
So that's important.
How was your weekend?
What?
How was your weekend? You always ask me. I feel like I don't always like ask you back.
Well, you don't care about
I'm
me
rude.
as much as
I
care
know.
about
I'm very rude.
Yeah, you don't care about me as much as I care about you, so I understand. No, I had a good weekend. I
here.
had kind of a lazier. I didn't have a lazy Sunday. I had a lazy Saturday.
Okay.
I feel like Saturday is the day I typically try and unplug
You
from
tend
the world.
to work on Sunday.
I did work on Sunday.
You do. You normally take your Saturday and then I think that you take your Saturday, then you like feel some sort of weird guilt and you have to work on Sunday as if any of us care if you didn't work Sunday too.
No, but here's my theory. Like first of all, let's assume you are planning on doing some sort of work Saturday or Sunday. Like I know that some people don't. I'm in no way saying you should, but if you intend to do an hour or 2 hours of work between Saturday and Sunday, choosing the day, my theory is I've gone through all week. I want to take Saturday off hardcore, like nothing. And then Sunday you're like prepping for the week, Like I don't understand people that take off Sunday and then continue Saturday. Then Saturday becomes stressful.
See, I put in a couple hours on Saturday because my theory is if I get it done Saturday earlier, then I have the rest of Saturday and all Sunday versus you're starting your week earlier.
I'm starting my weekend earlier than you because I'm starting my weekend Saturday and you're putting in work on Saturday. Anyway, moving on. You know what? We're going to go with like hashtag raised Jewish and our day of rest is Friday night to Saturday. So I win. Okay, moving on. So I will say Saturday, I went to go see Christmas lights at the Morton Arboretum, which by the way is this like secret that everybody knew about except for me. So shame on all.
What's it called?
It's called the Morton Arboretum and it is in Lisle, Illinois. See, okay. I didn't know about it either. And you're in Ohio. I'm in Illinois.
Yeah, I'm not in Illinois. So.
It is like this massive Christmas light extravaganza. I don't even know how to describe it.
That sounds exciting.
All I will tell you is that I saw more lights.
You drive through?
Oh, no, you walk.
Oh, you walk through it. Okay.
And it's like miles. And when I say miles, it may only be one, but it felt like miles. And there's lights and colors and music and hot chocolate. It's amazing. Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
It was amazing. So I had like
Lisle. I've been to Lisle.
Well, you need to come back because you need to go to the Morton Arboretum. I had like 15 sweaters on and boots and gloves and all the things.
Who did you go with?
Just a friend from Bloomington that came to visit to town. I will tell you, guys, I love Christmas lights.
I like Christmas lights too.
I love Christmas lights. So
we've been waiting. Our neighbors across the street have a full show like that goes to the music and stuff, and we have people parking all the time, and we love it because we are just close enough where we put our radio next to our window. It picks up the radio channel, the frequency, so we can watch it from our window. So for the first couple of days they put it up, we typically turn the lights off and we have dance parties. Then we get over it, but they haven't set it up yet because it's just been a rough year for them. And I'm like, guys, it's not Christmas until you guys get this thing down. So they have it like almost all set up yesterday. So this week might be the week. They might get it right before Christmas.
See, these are all exciting things, exciting news. And I know we are supposed to get into the show, but can I just give a little shout out? More exciting news. My sister is coming home.
I know. That's awesome. Like, tell me about that. Like,
I'll just tell you that I was checking my phone because Andrea texted me and I know she's in the comments. I think I thought we were in trouble. So I wanted to check. We're not in trouble yet. We're good.
I'm looking at what is it called? The Morton
Arboretum, Morton. And so it's essentially like a huge, well, it's an arboretum.
Trees.
Obviously. Yeah, it's the trees. It's like walking past. It's a gorgeous space, but they light the whole thing. So cool.
Yeah, so you can do the commercial thing. This is awesome. I'm watching a video now.
Wait, commercial thing. What are you talking about? We were going to talk about my sister coming.
Oh, let's talk about your sister. You do that. I'm going to look at lights.
You can't.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm back.
This is why Jeff Gargas can't have nice things, right? He doesn't understand.
Listen, for how long have we been doing Daily Drop-In?
Too long. I'm sorry. A few weeks.
No, a few weeks. Neither one of those is right.
Okay,
Has it
August
been
1st. August 1st.
so 4 months, give or take, 3, 4, whatever? Like I've been trying every Monday to get kicked off, and it's not working. So I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna just start exploring Google while we're on here. Maybe that'll do it.
The production team at the Teach Better team actually has enough in our budget where we could be at a studio and have a in-house audience and have all these cameras and lights set up. It'd be great, but Jeff won't let it happen because Jeff just wants to sip his coffee and mess with his.
Is that true? She says we have a budget. Like we have. You guys are all paid. Then why are you sitting around and eating donuts and drinking coffee? Why don't you make me look better? It's not working.
I wish we had that.
We're live. What? Oh, hey, production team over there. Sorry.
Yeah,
Big team. Lots of people.
I won't lie.
Trusses and stuff.
I've talked to Brad. I just want somebody who, when I'm out of coffee, I can be like.
Just say it. You just have like a word you say, and you don't have to do anything. Just come in like the hand like creeps in and.
So I have a table in front of me, and I will put my coffee down, obviously, so I don't have to hold it the whole time, or I could put it here, but whatever.
So if you put it down with 2 taps,
yeah, that like it's gonna fill it.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And you could have a light guy, a sound guy. I mean, we could go all out here, bro.
I have a light guy. There's a light guy holding there. There's a guy holding the boom mic right here.
Yeah, you probably.
By guy, I mean stand, but still, like.
Do we have to be in the same room for this though? Because I do envision like us together on awkward stools where our butts hurt. You know what I'm saying?
I would love. I have a goal that we are going to do a daily drop in, or at least a live of some sort where we're on a set, like we're doing TV.
Sounds terrible.
To be great. You know how like in the front, like they have like the cool display, and it's like usually has like the news channel like numbers in front. We're just gonna have green hearts.
But we're never together, so how would this happen?
Well, we're gonna fix that part first, Ray. I haven't got it all figured out yet.
You're moving to Illinois?
Yeah, we're gonna go to the illumination tree light
in Morton Arboretum. Tree
lights at the Morton Arboretum. We're gonna go there.
This is my goal in life, but I want you to be, instead of Regis and Kelly Lee, I want to be, or Kathy Lee, I want it to be Ryan Seacrest and Kelly. You know? Ryan and Kelly.
Can I be Michael Strahan instead?
No.
He's so cool. I love that dude.
He is cool. He was not the best on that show, though.
Yeah, but he's a fun time. He happens to be decent at football, too.
Also, I think Kelly Ripa is like the prettiest woman on the planet. So if I get to like fake be Kelly Ripa, I'd go blonde for her. I'd make it.
Whoa, okay. But what does that mean? Like if I got her to tweet out "Go blonde, Ray," you'd go blonde?
If Kelly Ripa told me specifically to do anything, my answer would be yes. Like if she was like, Ray, cook a turkey, I'd be like, right now, putting the turkey.
Ray's gonna be really upset when she realizes I have a connection to Kelly Ripa and I can get her to tweet out to go blonde.
You do not. Okay, also
we've done nothing. I'm lying.
We've done nothing this show. It is 22 minutes in. What are you doing?
You know what? Everyone seems to like this better than the normal junk we do, so let's just keep this up.
Whoa, December 13th, and we are changing daily drop-in. Oh my goodness.
Production team's on board.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's do something like I don't know, good news. Do you want to do good news stuff, or do you want to do?
Yeah, we should do good news because there's some birthdays that I think people are either going to care about or like really not care about.
You know Joe's here. Is there any other good news that we really need?
I mean, I don't think it's Joe's birthday. That's the only thing. I don't know.
Every day is Joe's birthday.
Happy birthday, Joe. We'll be right back. Hold on. There is now a competition going on in the chat of what things Ray would do if Kelly Ripa asked. They want to know if I would eat
pork for it.
And they want to know if I would go blonde. I want you all to know.
Ooh, I would love to know all the things we want Ray to do. What do we want Kelly to ask?
In there. Well, we're not saying we're going to do them.
I need to figure out if am I connected to Kelly Ripa on.
You are not connected to Kelly Ripa.
Kelly Ripa.
No, not happening. Okay, so
okay, I'm following her now, so I have the connection now. So now I have the avenue in which to reach out.
So are you like, oh, I have enough followers that Kelly will tweet at me?
No, not even remotely close.
Can we talk about though? You do have a lot of followers on Twitter, and I just don't get it. Why do people like you? I don't understand.
It's not that many. It's not one. She's got 1.4 million.
1.4 million is epic, but for real,
I have 1.4, like. One and not quite a half.
What?
People.
How many?
1.4 people.
No,
Follow me.
for real. For
There's
real.
Joe. Joe follows me, and
Hold
then Dave's the 0.4.
I'm looking you up. You have 31.3. That's a lot.
It's not 1.4 million.
It's not because you're not Kelly Ripa. Have you seen
That's
her?
that's a good point.
Like you're pretty good looking, but you're not nearly as good looking as Kelly Ripa. Let's just
No, that's pretty sure.
All right. So
Joe, it's on, brother. I love it.
what is he saying? Go ahead.
Dave and I are going to make a list on Wednesday during Brain Break of all the stuff we're going to try and get ready to do. Here's the thing, Joe. There are a few other people in the world that are not Kelly Ripa that I know that if they tweet things out to Ray, she might consider doing them too, and they're not as hard to get to as Kelly Ripa.
Guys, this one time Kim Bearden texted me and I peed my pants. I just want you to know.
I'm pretty sure I can get Kim Bearden to tell you to go blonde.
I would consider it for Kim Bearden too. This is terrible. I should tell you these things. I do love you, Kim Bearden. You're my favorite educator of all the world.
There's a chance I can get Carly Spina to make it happen.
Oh, Carly, I was just with her on Tuesday.
I don't think this is as hard as people think.
Okay. Maybe my fangirl nature is not in a healthy spot right now. Is that what you're saying?
I think we should do something where we raise money for a good cause, and if we raise enough, Ray goes blonde.
Guys, I want to clarify. We're not messing with this gorgeous head of hair. It's not happening. But it is National Ice Cream Day.
Ooh, that's fun too.
National Ice Cream Day is exciting. It's also focus on Maltese freedom of their independent country. It's Malta Republic Day.
Oh,
it is
Day.
World Hot Chocolate Day, National Cocoa Day. So
you should have a bowl of ice cream with some hot cocoa.
Absolutely, and mix them. They're delicious. It is National Horse Day. So while you're mixing your hot cocoa and your ice cream, you could be riding or petting a horse. It's also National Salesperson Day. Why is that a thing? Why is National Salesperson?
Because salespeople are people too.
You know what? I'm just saying Andrea's child, Luke, obviously knows that today is the most important day of all time because he already asked for ice cream for breakfast. So just saying.
Yeah, it's true.
National Violin Day and also U.S. National Guard birthday, which is a birthday that I'm sure we're all going to care about. The other birthday that either you're going to go 50-50 on, either you're going to care a lot or not care a lot. It is Taylor Swift's birthday today. Just don't know.
So Taylor Swift shares her birthday with the National Guard?
Apparently, yes.
No, well, happy birthday to the National Guard. Happy birthday, Taylor Swift, too. But speaking of Taylor Swift, so I'm scrolling TikTok the other day, and because I do that more than I should, and one comes across, it's from a concert she did last year or whatever. Apparently, this isn't a new thing. I don't follow. I'm not a Swiftie or whatever they call them, but
maybe you should.
Her new she does a new version of Never Getting Back Together, where it's total rock version, and I'm like, who's this?
Do you not know that she just redid all of her music? Who are you?
I know that she did that, but
do you see that?
I see
Wachowski is here,
but that version, I'm like, I didn't know she could. She's rocking a little bit. I'm wondering if she's gonna go a little more rock. Are all the new versions that way? They're not all that way, are they?
No, but
because she redid them all the same way, so that you would buy that instead of the old ones.
There's also a 10-minute version of a song that people really like.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting scenario. She was able to get everyone to buy all the songs again. Okay,
we're moving on from this because this is very controversial, Jeff. You need to be a Swiftie. Get on board.
No. She's freaking brilliant. I'm not I don't follow her and obsess over her, but I'm a fan.
Here is our good news for the day. Since Jeff Gargas, Chad, I want you to know I have been on track from the beginning. And so if you see shenanigans going on 29 minutes in and we haven't talked about anything substantial, that's not me. I'm trying to get this guy on board.
Chad will inform you that he and I have not been on track since day one of this whole thing. So,
okay. I like this good news article because, as you guys know, I love Christmas lights. And this one, you can't not talk about this stuff. It's so cool. So an elderly couple living in the UK's darkest village lights up the sky with a huge Christmas tree that they themselves planted in 1978. So this tree was planted by an elderly couple a long time ago. And as it's grown and grown and grown, they have filled it with Christmas lights year to year. It is now, they said, over 50 feet tall.
Wow.
They light it all the way from bottom to top. and it is a huge celebration for them. It is officially 43 years old. The tree itself is 43 years old, and it's in a small village that does not even have a stoplight. Spoiler alert. So it's dark is what they
So dark because there's no city lights there.
Yeah, so they say there's no city lights. It's a very small little town, but this tree gets lit every single year, and then they do like a fireworks show and stuff.
It's got it's got to be like a big celebration and stuff at this point, right? I mean,
huge celebration. The fact that the couple was able to plant the tree though, and they've watched it grow year to year, and it's become the tree of the town is very, very cool.
That's cool.
So definitely go check that out. It's a beautiful tree, all in yellow lights. So cute.
Yellow lights.
Very cute.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, so kind of fun. We do have a new theme this week, Jeff, that we probably should touch on before the end. And then obviously we should touch on what our week looks like. We already spoiled what 3 weeks from now looks like. Not this week, not the following week, but the week after. That's the Build the Grid series that
I think that's only 2 weeks from now.
Well, it's not
next
this
week. Next week is a week from now, and then it's the following week. So that's 2 weeks from now.
Whatever you say, boss.
I just would prefer not to lie to people. That's all.
Okay. This week has a theme. The following week will have a theme. And then the week after that, Chattershowski is building a grid. So we should go over this week theme before we go over that theme.
This week, not 4 weeks from now, but this week.
Okay, we'll be right back, my people. I don't know what to say.
That's what stuff down there.
Hey,
we're here. Hey, welcome back. I feel like I can't even do a proper intro because we've been so off track. But we are back with Daily Drop, and we're live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook.
It stresses me out every time.
Me too, because I have to think of how I've said it before and say it differently. So this week's theme is Universal Design Learning.
Yeah.
UDL for the cool kids, which is something that we talk about a lot and we do a lot within our training and stuff. Chad does a lot of training on it. We have a lot of good friends that do a lot of training on stuff too. I don't even know where to take this because I'm like, where do we go into? There's so much that goes into UDL.
But anything with differentiation is good to talk about. And I think differentiation, depending on how you teach, can be sometimes really challenging. It can seem like another thing. And so if we can spend a week talking about how to make sure you're adapting and supporting all your learners, that's a good week to me.
Yeah. Let me ask, can I ask you that question? Can I just ask you that question? Like, how are you adapted to all of your learning? How did you set your classroom up, your environment up, everything up to adapt to the varying different needs of your students? I know we had a mastery-based classroom. Kids were always like all over the place. You had seating, all sorts of different types of student stuff. So like, how did you create and set things up so that regardless of each student and their different needs or different, like the modality that they prefer to learn and all that type of stuff, like how did you set your classroom up to adapt to that so that didn't become, because that could become like what nightmares are made of.
No, I mean,
you know what I mean? Like,
yes. I do. And it's interesting because every teacher is going to have a different story of how they have continued to be better and better and better at reaching all their learners and differentiating and providing different supports. I'm excited all week to hear everyone's perspective because depending on the type of educator you are, the type of classroom you facilitate, this looks very different. And for me, I was kind of cheating. I used the grid method, so it was kind of easy to put in some of those adaptations for students, modifications, and differentiated modalities. But for me, I think it has to do with giving the teacher the time to actually make those supports possible because there's a million different supports to be able to reach your learners. And every single student needs something a little bit different, or especially year to year, your classroom looks different. So when you're able to find the time to really dig in, get to know your learners, differentiation itself isn't that tricky. It's just knowing how to differentiate that would best support them. And so whether it's getting time so you can conference and really talk to your students, offering different supports to explore the content, like having an article being read to you, learning in a video, getting one-on-one coaching. I mean, all these different supports are so big. I see Chad jumping in here as well. This is a topic he cares a lot about.
Chad says UDL for me, design and learning for the edges of the spectrum instead of the middle, and being okay with what is helpful for one student can be helpful for all.
Yeah. For me, Jeff, this really also depends on what you teach. It was always so incredibly helpful as a student myself with an IEP that when I wasn't required to consume information the same way as everybody else, like reading a book and trying to consume that information was always really challenging for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so depending on what you're testing, it may be appropriate, depending on what you're trying to teach your student, it may be appropriate to have an audio version or use some sort of other means to learn the content. So it's interesting as we talk about UDL, it's going to continue to consider a lot of different factors, but hopefully the mindset this week can be for educators to truly reflect on what is my goal in this lesson. And if my goal is really strategic, and I know exactly where I'm trying to get my students, then how we get there can look different, and we don't have to feel strange that we all have to get there the same way. We can actually use different means to get the same end result, which is what we'll be talking about.
It's creating an environment that allows the different learning paths to happen and to seamlessly happen. So interesting.
Yeah. I think educators more than ever, especially with technology, are constantly differentiating and modifying for students based on what they need, where they're walking in at, what their background knowledge is. It'll be cool with our guests this week to kind of dive into their specific strategies on how they make that happen day to day. Because depending on how you teach, I won't lie, like I'm not trying to, whatever, but depending on how you teach, sometimes this is harder than other methods. Like the grid method to me was the easiest way for me to differentiate the most for students because that framework provided me so much structure that I was able to add in different supports that all students could benefit from, versus when I was teaching in a more traditional model, it felt like I was planning 3 different lesson plans that I was layering on top of each other. And then I had to do it every single day. And it was really hard to find the time to do it, I guess. So hopefully there'll be tips and tricks.
I like it.
Yeah.
Good week. So this is a week I did not look at who's coming on this week. I have no idea who's coming on.
Well, we can highlight that. You want to get into
can we share? Because I know Brad's on Friday and that's it.
We have some great people this week.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah. All right, friends, we have a lot of new guests coming on this week, and I do see Lori's question in the chat, which we're going to get to in a second. I'm sure Chad sees that too. Maybe you'll be able to comment on that as we move throughout our show, but we're going to get to that in a second. This week, we have a ton of familiar faces and a new face joining our show, so make sure that you
new face
every single day this week. Yeah, a new face. Isn't that good?
Yeah.
So Chris is joining us tomorrow. Chris will be a new face. Chris's last name is, I really need to ask Chris how to pronounce their last name, but Jagasaya. I'm excited to have Chris on. That'll be a new face in our community, so I'm excited for you to learn with them. Then on Wednesday, this is not a new face. We've referred to her book numerous times in the last week. Monica Burns is joining us, and Monica Burns is going to be able to add a really interesting perspective to UDL because a lot of Monica's training on differentiation really comes with the support of technology. So she's going to be able to provide a lot of different insights. For those of you who may not be aware of Monica Burns, she was one of the books that we recommended last week as we were talking about technology. Her book, Ed Tech Essentials with ASCD, was something that we were able to highlight as a resource last week. So kind of cool that she's joining us this week.
Yeah.
We are then heading into Thursday. Thursday may get even better with the one and only queen of serendipity with Allison Epsy. Allison is...
Oh, that's me too.
What do you mean that's you too?
Don't I get to go live with Allison?
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know, because I'm special.
Wait, I'm not on Daily Drop-In on the 16th? Okay, can I tell you? I'm not trying to sound weird, but just a complaint. Can I complain for 2 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking at my calendar and I had the whole day blocked off, but it didn't say why in my calendar. I had the whole day blocked off. So I this weekend deleted it because I was like, I don't know why this is here. It must have been an error. Now that I'm looking that you are scheduled on the 16th, I think I have something going on that day and I don't know what.
You should probably figure that out.
Wait, but for real, I have no idea.
I don't know and I don't care.
Guys, if you are scheduled with me on something on the Thursday, will you let me know?
Whoever has an all-day meeting with Ray on Thursday, please let her know.
Yeah, can someone tell me, like, am I supposed to be at your school? Am I traveling? Is somebody, like, have a really long meeting?
I wonder if you had a hold there for something that maybe end up getting a different date or something, because sometimes that happens and you were thinking ahead and plan. I just remember you telling me that I was going to be live with Allison. I didn't know it was this week, but
yeah, so just to clarify, it was important enough that I took the full day off for no meetings and I don't have daily drop-ins. So that means it's something huge.
Yeah, it's so important that she doesn't remember who you are.
No, but I really want to.
I'm guessing you thought you were going to have to be driving or traveling or something, probably.
That would make sense, but I don't have anything on my calendar that calls me. Anyway, if you want to see me on Thursday, apparently I'm available because Jeff Gargas is going live for 2 hours. And then, of course, Friday we have Brad Hughes. So, Jeff, apparently you're doing daily drop-in twice this week.
I love it. I'm excited about that.
Should be great.
That's going to be fun.
Can't wait. It would have made more sense for me to take off a different day because my sister's not even in town on the 16th yet. So I'm going to be like twiddling my thumbs in the comments. Like, excited. Anyway, moving on. Can we really quick address Lori's comment? Because even if we can't answer it now, maybe we can brainstorm it as we go throughout the week.
Is differentiation old school when it compared to personalized learning? I see differentiation as grouping students versus teaching to the individualized student. Could this be wrong?
It's interesting, Jeff. I think that these concepts are connected, but I don't think that it's as a clear connection that Lori might be alluding to this morning. But I'm excited to hear people's thoughts. I think differentiation became something that people were discussing because we used to have classrooms that were built in more of a factory model where we were kind of like sharing information to the masses. And the expectation is that all students could learn the same way. Then differentiation came into play when we learned that students don't learn in the same way. And we do need to provide some infrastructure in our classrooms to adapt for different students' learning needs that they had in the classroom. From there, I think it's continued to evolve. Now we talk about personalized learning, mastery learning concepts that do add more of that one-on-one learning opportunities into play. I will say, though, differentiation very much exists in a mastery learning classroom. Differentiation very much exists in a progressive classroom. It just means, again, that we're looking at our students' individual needs. So I think there's so much similarity here, but I don't think that it's a black and white concept.
Yeah, I think differentiation can take on so many different forms because you could be differentiating the modality that you're teaching to, the environment that you have, all that. Where UDL is a framework that allows you to set up the environment to be sort of looking for. To set up proper differentiation. I think when I think of personalized learning, I think it combines all of that. It's combining, that's the sort of whole kit and caboodle of personalized and individualized differentiated learning, where it's now personalized to each individual student because you set up all these pieces. You set up the environment, you set up the different options on how they, like you talked about earlier, like, am I getting the book read to me? Am I reading it? Am I watching a video? And it's all set up to be personalized for the student, and the students are, I think, involved in that process, whether actually providing feedback or you're just listening to them, whatever it is. I think personalized brings them all in together. That's how it becomes personalized, is by going through the other pieces.
Yeah, and just to add a layer to this, Jeff, we do talk about that there's a difference between mastery learning and personalized learning. And the biggest difference that we like to highlight is mastery learning is going to ensure that students actually learned something at the end of the experience. So you can go through all these different learning opportunities and personalize it for the students. Mastery learning is then that last piece. I like to think of it like the bow on top to say, okay, but did they actually reach the end goal that you were looking for? So when you incorporated voice and choice, when you incorporated different opportunities of learning, in the end, did they meet the expectation that you had sought out for them? So it's kind of like a deli sandwich. You put all these pieces on top of each other and you get a really, really good bite out of it. So I'm a fan. This is going to be a continued conversation we're going to have all week.
Love it.
Should be cool. Jeff, we have a crazy Monday ahead of us, and I'm hoping that I get a text message about what is going on in my life on the 16th. So are you ready to have the best Monday ever?
I'm ready to have a killer Monday, as Ray put it this morning. Excited. I hope everyone has a good Monday, and you're going to be okay. I know this week is going to be crazy. I'm just waiting for the conversations I'm going to have this week.
I don't want them to have a good Monday. I want them to have a great Monday.
Oh, I apologize. I don't want you to have a good Monday. I want you to have a great Monday, a
Great
fantastic
Monday.
Monday, a phenomenal Monday, an unbelievable Monday.
The
I
best.
can't think of any other words. Monday.
I hope this is the best Monday of 2021.
Ooh, that's. I was gonna say high bar, but it might not be that high of a bar, honestly. But
hey, Jeff, I think you're going to be one of the first people I talk to in the new year because we'll be live on the 3rd, and that's our first daily drop-in after the new year. So we should change that because I don't want our show.
If we don't speak before the 1st or before the 3rd, I'm going to be upset. Like we should
No.
probably speak before then.
I just meant like, 2022, like this is a new year coming in just a few weeks.
Is that the first daily drop-in of the year? Is the 3rd?
It's the 3rd because the new year's on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, that's gonna be fun.
So I'll have Brad Hughes to kick off the end of 2021.
Yeah, to wrap up 2021. Yeah.
It's too bad. Maybe I should try and book somebody else like Allison Epstein.
Yeah, I don't know if you want me setting the tone.
All right, friends, we hope you have a great Monday. We care about you. Please let us know if you need anything, whether it be just support as you have a killer Monday or anything. If you're having severe weather, please let us know if we can help in any way. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you are part of our Edupreneur Mastermind, don't forget that is this afternoon you'll be meeting. And then we will see you back here bright and early for Daily Drop-In because I don't think I have a meeting. And so I think we'll be all right. All right, bye, friends.